Hey, random toy collectors, we got another weird one today. I've always known about these robots called Lightans. I didn't really realize this was actually a TV show back in 1981 to 1982. They ran 52 episodes of some sort of cartoon where a kid found a lighter and turns out to be a giant robot god or some sort, and they battle evil, of course. Recently I've seen these at the toy shops. This particular thing, they come in three colors, gold, red, and silver over there. And so I ended up buying one, but I actually bought it online. So this one is made by Bandai, and there we go. That must be the same image we just saw, right? It's basically something that looks like a fancy lighter that becomes a really basic robot. There's no date on the release of this. Or maybe back here. 2022. Yep, so quite recent. It says ABS. Maybe there's no metal in this at all. It was pretty cheap, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is all plastic. I think they have more expensive versions that actually are metal and actually even gold plated. But I wasn't gonna buy that. It feels heavy. Something in here must be metal. I think it's the feet to keep it weighted down. This is plastic, but here it's really cold to the touch as well. So I think the feet are made of metal still. All right, dimensionally, I guess it might be nice to know. This thing is like 55 millimeters or 2¼ inches in that ballpark. It's 33 millimeters or like 1¼ inch, and then this is like 25 or 1 inch. So those are the dimensions of this thing in its folded state. It has the same diamond texture of a lot of premium lighters. You know, they CNC mill this pattern in the brass bodies. All right. I don't even know how this thing opens. I don't know if there's a sequence. I see a parting line here. Something flip up. I think it has to start with the legs. All right. I do see pins here. I'm wondering if I push it forward, maybe the unlocks. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I pulled this thing out. Oh, be careful because this is plastic. I see. So you really gotta take the thing apart. It's not like a Transformers where it will just transform without taking it apart. This hand just kind of fell out. Not sure where that even came from. Oh, it's just resting in the middle. All right, two hands resting in the middle, made of plastic. Yeah, these legs are definitely die cast. They're quite heavy. I see. So that's kind of neat. And that's really shiny plastic here. So the legs come out like that. Yeah, and then, yeah. So I can understand why someone would want to buy a metal one. I feel like those would break easily just because these are heavy, but that's just me. All right, shoulders, well, and head. Oh, I think this has pins too. I think I literally have to take this thing out and flip it around. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Does this rotate? I was hoping the shoulders would rotate, but I don't think they do. I might have to actually switch to left and right sides. Alright, so the head probably same thing. Okay. So if that's how, well, I guess the arm can bend both ways. I thought it bent only one way. But see, the pivot's offset, so yeah, this has to be on this side. You do have to swap the arms to the other side. So that pin's in there. This pin's in here. I want this thing to come out, but it doesn't. All right, the head here. This doesn't even spin, or does it? Wait a sec. There it is. I see. It's just on a peg. I wonder if the arms are the same way. Well, maybe I'll put it together first before. Okay, so yeah, the whole top is plastic and it feels very cheap because just because the bottom half is made of metal. But I'm just gonna post it. Once I have this done, I'm never gonna put it back into lighter form, so it's fine as long as I don't screw this up. These pins are not landing home in that. I wonder if the expensive ones have to have the same process or if they actually just transform. Okay. So 6 pins all tight, good to go there. And then we got the chromed plastic hands. And that just goes in there. Yeah, the shoulder will not come out, which is unfortunate. It would have been cool if it had like a... I feel like this could have been designed better. Well, maybe not, because maybe it wouldn't all fit in there. I kind of want this to have a butterfly. I'm just spoiled by action figures. They're so advanced now. This was, you know... Oh boy, you might have to glue that in place. Or hold on, a little poster putty will keep that tighter. Yeah, this is super loose. You'll lose that immediately if you don't tighten up that hole. Now I understand why this is so cheap. Just... Okay, well anyways, that's some articulation there in the legs. And it's so heavy, like the legs, that is. Look at that. That doesn't make any sense at all, but all the weight is down here, so that's actually kind of smart. If the whole thing was made of metal, you wouldn't be able to do a crazy pose like that. It's like the Matrix, right? He's dodging bullets right now. Alright. Well, alright, so you can rotate this thing. Actually, no, I just had to break it loose. Alright, so you can actually get the arm a little bit further away. I wish this is a ball peg, so then I could, get that front, back, and, just more articulation. But it's just a straight shaft. Yeah, alright, well at least that's better. Because you can actually space the shoulder away a little bit, and so the forearms don't collide with this and scratch all the chrome paint or whatever chrome they use to make these plastic parts out of. Technically it's rose gold, I think, this one. But, yeah, that's it. It's... let's see, height-wise, this is now 10 centimeters, or around 4 inches. So... just fiddling around with it. Yeah, the hips you can actually, get the upper leg to pivot front and back. And there's a little bit of a drop down / up. So that's nice that you can actually get a slight amount of posing. Let's see if I can get something going here. Yeah, alright, so you can have a walking pose. The problem is the feet are totally flat, right? So it's really hard to have the feet like in a angled position. Oh, I stand correct. So let's see if we can get something with the torso in an upright position. Oh boy, weird snapping sounds. Oh, that's actually not bad, considering what this thing looks like. All right, it's like a running lighter, man. Let's see if it'll fall over when I start spinning this thing. Yeah, very good, very good. I pretty much stopped smoking. I was never really a smoker in the first place, but I actually do have some realistic lighters. So this is an old school design. It's made by a company called Caribe. I actually got this for free. I won it in like a raffle. Yeah, I think it says Caribe. Let's just see, I don't use these often. Yeah, Caribe, made in Japan. And so it takes butane and you flick it this way. So it's pretty cool. And that shuts the valve off. It's wrapped in leather. Anyways, so there, for comparison there. In fact, I back up the camera here. This is an ST DuPont. These are really expensive lighters. I bought it used off eBay, and it doesn't work. So I just don't care anymore. But real ST DuPonts have these hand-stamped serial numbers. You see the A is really close to the 1. There's a bunch of counterfeits, that you can buy that look exactly like this, but the numbers look too perfect because they're either, well, they're done more by machines than by hand. But this is a brass body and it's plated in silver. So if it did work, you would open it like that and flick this sideways again. But and this is the valve adjuster as well. It's worthless now. It just looks neat. And then this is a Dunhill lighter. This one actually does work, and you can see it's got that same checkerboard pattern. They mill this brass, and then this one was silver plated, I guess, at some point, but it's really tarnished now. Oddly, I don't know if they make fakes of these Dunhills. I don't think they do. I haven't been in the smoking scene in a while, but same action. Flick it open, flick this sideways, and but look at this crazy mechanism there. And the valve adjuster is this thing here. Well, so it was a cheap toy, this gold Lightan. It was interesting to learn this was actually a TV show, which would explain why these toys. I've seen these toys for many decades, and there seem to be other lighters in this toy line. Different shaped lighters. I could actually understand why someone would collect these. If I smoked and used a lighter a lot, I would probably buy all these. I would probably actually buy the expensive ones. But for me, I don't know. Right now, I'm not feeling it so much. This one's not so bad because it was cheap again. You can look them up online. All right, well, I guess thanks for watching today. Another weird, interesting toy review. But I seem to do that quite often. I like weird things. Thanks for watching. See you around. You really shouldn't smoke. And actually, just a random comment. I think vaping is probably a really bad idea. I've seen YouTube videos and like documentaries of people that vaped, and they're totally messed up. Like it totally messed up their bodies, and they're just they're ruined for life. So you should probably research that. But for me, I think I'd actually rather smoke tobacco than vape. But I don't do either. And then you got marijuana. I don't think anyone's ever died from smoking marijuana. It's just that for me, I think you get really stupid and really hungry. Sorry. Do what you want, but putting weird things into your lungs is going to shorten your life. But if you're okay with that, go for it. Smoke them if you got them. See ya.